Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I've decided to do some gel printing today, which is something I don't have a lot of experience in. So firstly, I'll show you all the stuff I dragged out. Thought I'd use the kitchen table because I have more room, but no, you fill it up with all this stuff. So I've got just some tap water and a Chuck's cloth for cleaning up messes and wiping down my gel plate. I also have a couple of plastic cups. I've got lids for them as well, and some Hungry Jack's ice cream spoons, because we just had Hungry Jack's ice cream, that was. Yeah, and I got those to mix some colours in because I didn't bring out all my paints. I thought I'd try out mainly my poster paints because you get so much of them and they tend to be a bit runnier. So I thought I might mix some colours up in the cups. I've got paper towels, again, for cleaning up messes. I have, of course, my gel plate, which is this Dilutions gel plate. The big one by Ranger. It is the 228.6 millimetre by 279.4 millimetre, and I grabbed this from Auntie Vera Scrap and Craft, which I'll link below. I'll just put that to the side. I've got some bubble wrap just in case I want to make some marks, and then I did grab a few stencils. Now I've got your big, I think they're 12 by 12 stencils. They're all your Kaisercraft ones. I've got fading dots. I've got chevron. I just grabbed a few out. I wanted to grab so much stuff, and then I thought, no, I haven't done this much. Just keep it simple. Floral lace. And the last one is lattice. So I'm just going to put the packaging that's sticking to my gel plate to the side. Next, we have the papers that I want to use. Okay, so I grabbed some of these matte inkjet business cards. I got these from the secondhand store. If I feel like it, I might print on some of those, but I'm not sure yet. I have these wedding invitations. Now, these were 20 cents for a pack at Spotlight a few years ago, and they came with little brown craft paper envelopes, and I really wanted the envelopes. I thought for 20 cents there were heaps of envelopes in each pack, that they were well worth it, so I bought about 5 packs. But I'm stuck with these invitations. I wouldn't use them for anything else, so I thought maybe could get some colour on them to block out the engagement and wedding stuff and use them in some collaging and that. I have various papers that I get out of here and there that I won't use for other stuff, so I can gel print on them. I've got a few painted papers here which I don't really want to use the way they are, so I thought I could add to them. And I think this is an index out of some book that's matte paper, so I thought that would be another one that would be handy to gel print paper. Just things like that sometimes that I get that are sort of matte. I think, well, I might as well keep them for the gel print rather than using the plain papers I have on it all the time. Now, the main reason I pulled it out is I'm way behind in doing Wendy's mixed medias that she puts up as challenges in the Auntie Vera Crafting Land group, which I'll also link below. And I thought that I would sort of cheat and catch up because I've got 3 to do. And she does give us like a colour that we need to use in them. So I thought I might do the backgrounds for them on the jelly plate and get them all done at once, which will be handy. And you know what? That's the one thing I haven't brought over to the table, so now I have to go and find where I've put those. But I'll show you first. Oh, my paints. So there's my bubble wrap. So these are all just cheap poster paints that I have picked up. A couple I think I picked up from Cheap as Chips, which is one of your variety stores here that sells things on the cheap. Cheap and nasty, you know, but good for this sort of thing. And some of them I've also picked up from the secondhand stores. If I ever see this sort of stuff in the secondhand stores, I always grab them, any sort of art bits and pieces, because I know they're a lot cheaper than getting them new usually. I also have these pump paints, which I've never used. They're a bit bright, but I thought they might be a bit of fun to play around with as well. And I did grab just a normal acrylic yellow because I didn't have a yellow poster paint. I thought it's best off trying to use my poster paints than using these tubs all the time, because they, you know, they run out a lot quicker, these, than the poster paints. And then of course I've got a brayer to spread my paints. Now I keep picking these up from the second-hand shop too. I think I've got 3 or 4 now, which is great. I haven't used one of these ones yet, but it's a nice one, so we'll give it a go. It's a bit rough there, don't know why, but we'll see how it goes. Now my gel plate I have over to the side a bit, just because I've got my ring light, and if it hovers over here, all you see is the UFO, the big ring, which I will show you, see, and I thought you might not appreciate that. So I've turned it sideways and I'm having it over here, and I'll put other stuff over here, I think. Right, now I'm going to go and find these papers that I forgot that are very important, and then we'll be back to get started. So I finally found, with a bit of searching, the pages that I want to use for my mixed media. So I've just used some paper that I get out of a kid's book, which I always use. And I've just written on the back blue to remind me what the colour is for that mixed media. So yeah, blue for that one. And then a couple of them needed some, this one I think needed book page collaged. So I thought I'd do that before I gel print. We'll see how it goes. I did stick it on with like tacky glue, and it's still a bit tacky, so I'm not sure how the paint's going to react to that. And then I did the same here. This required some book pages ripped up and stuck on. So we'll do them, and they've got the colours on the back as well. Now, I showed you these before. They are blank on the back, so I might try, I've got a few of them which I'm going to use white first, and just get a coating of the white on, and then hopefully other colours will sit better on them, and it will just cover the background a little bit. So I'm going to do that first, and then they'll probably be the pieces that I use to clean my brayer on, just to get some colours on and stuff. So we'll start with that. Now I'll probably just maybe fast forward and let you watch all of this rather than talking the whole way through it, unless I feel like I've got something important to say, which happens very rarely. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you're crafting away with me. And happy Easter, everyone. It's Easter Saturday while I'm doing this, so that's why I feel all right for having a Hungry Jack's ice cream with M&M's, flake and chocolate topping. Okay, as you can see, there's not a lot of colour on there at all, but it is creating a little bit of a base, and I know it's about layering, so we'll see how we go with these when we add more colours. So I'll let them dry, and I'll leave this white paint on there for now, and I think I'll grab, just got to move now, I've already got a table that's full of stuff, so might actually just grab this piece, which we're going to have to do yellow on, but I might just use that to clean off some of my white. I mean, it's not going to show up much anyway, but again, it will just add a bit of a base. Just pressing it down nicely to get the collaged pieces on there as well. So it almost looks like a really light coat of gesso on there, so I'll leave that to dry. And we'll start getting some blue stuff done. So what I might do to begin with is grab one of these rubbishy pieces. And I could do this blank piece, especially if we're going to rip it up and use it for other stuff, but just in case I decide to use it as a page or something, we might try going over the writing. So I'm just cleaning my brayer off a bit on one of the wedding invitations. Should be all right. And I've got a dark blue and a light blue here, so we might have a bit of a play with them. And then we'll have to get blue onto one of our mixed media pieces as well. So, okay, so I might start with some dark blue. And we're going to need a few pieces. I do have these other pieces that I wanted to colour up a bit, and they're blue, so I might do some of those as well. So I'll just grab 2 of them for starters. Might go the dark one first. I mean, it's a lovely pattern on them, but it's not one that I would use in the journals that I'm making in the future that I know of, so... Okay, so I think we're probably done with the blue and green for now. We've got to do a pink one for the mixed media. And then I might do some more with stencils and that over the top of what we've done and some of the other blanker pieces. So I have this one that's got the blue on and I need to do some yellow on it. Well, I'm going to put yellow on it for my mixed media. I wasn't going to do any more because I like the background, but I think I will use my bubble wrap. Oh, I might do it on this page as well. Okay. So I'm going to basically cover the gel plate with this. Might just give this a wipe down first. Got my wet chucks here. Now that's added some spots quite nicely. I have decided just do a little bit more stenciling for this video or else it's going to end up being way too long and it's getting late. This has been taking me forever because I keep having big breaks in between probably. So I have some of the papers that I'd still like to do more with here for starters. And I have this stencil. Is it chevron? I think that one's chevron. And I might use some of my light blue. So what I'm going to do this time is put down my stencil first. I've swapped my brayer out. Got this old speedball one. I was thinking the other one's better than this, but I think I like this one better. So anyway, I'll get my light blue paint. Now I just want to put this on top. Probably got way too much, but that's all right. I'm sure we can use it. Although, it'll take a bit of work to get it to fill up all of the patterns here, so probably need a fair bit. Just got to move it across. this is what we've ended up with. So it was a bit of fun. Actually didn't think I would make as many as I did. Next time I'd like to use some more of the browns and blacks and greys. I think I'm a bit more comfortable with those sort of colours than the really bright ones and that. But I did have fun. I learned to pile through doing it. And I now have a whole lot of papers that I can use and add to. And I mainly have got the ones ready for the base of my mixed medias that I have to do in the next day or so. So on the top here I have my more scrappy bits that I just used to clean up. So you can still see the "You're invited to the wedding of" underneath, but what I'll be able to do is either cover that over or just rip bits out and use them to collage with and stuff. This one probably needs a bit more done with it, so I can do some more on that next time or just add to it. Same with this one. I've ripped it a bit. I think that's the one that that's the one I left the brayer on and it dried and it took the paper off with it. So had fun cleaning up that brayer. And that's just another scrappy bit as well. And then we had the ones that had some paint on them already that I just wanted to alter a bit. So this one's very green. There's a lot of texture in it though, which is cool. So I think I'll be able to use that in something. And this was another scrappy bit. Another scrappy bit. So that was another one that already had a bit of paint on. And I cleaned up some stencil with it. And I quite like that, how that one's turned out. I think it'll look pretty cool with some stamping as well, that one. That one I used the same stencil with. Sort of like an ombre almost effect. This one with the chevron pattern. This one where it didn't really work through the stencil too well, but I still like the splotchy effect anyway, so. And it's good because the pink's sort of dulled down a bit as it's soaked in and dried, because that is very bright, that spray. As you can see here, very bright, but that's all right. And the purple. This blue one with the dot stencil, they turned out quite nicely. This one I used the dot stencil again. This one was with bubble wrap. I love the effect of the bubble wrap actually. It's one of my favourites. This must have just been another scrappy piece. This one that had the pattern on it already. Just did some more on that. It's the same with that one. And same with that one. I like that. That looks like water a fair bit, the way that's worked out. Same with this one. Reminds me a bit of water. Can add a fair bit still to that one. Now these are my bases for my mixed medias that I want to do. So that's the pink one so far. Need to stick that down a bit more. And I do notice that the glue, it has reacted with the glue a bit and the paint hasn't gone on properly around where I painted the glue, but that's all right. It's quite a nice effect really. And that's the blue one. So I might put them separately so I can remember to do my mixed medias. And then this is the last one, which has to have yellow. But just because it says yellow doesn't mean the whole thing has to be yellow. So I did add a bit of yellow to the blue background, but I'll probably put some yellow focal points on this as well. So I just have to go through the list and see what I need to add to all of them. This one I love, with bubble wrap again. And this greeny blue one. And then this, now this has each one of my sprays, except for There was a teal sort of colour, which I didn't know how it would show up, so I didn't end up using that. It would have showed up all right, though, looking at how bright all of these are. They're pretty cool, so I'll have to do something else with them sometime. Oh, now, that's what I didn't... Yeah, so these 3 are the business cards. So you can see that they're able to be separated. So I don't know if you cut them or what you do. You must have to, because I don't think they punch out too well, so I'll have to check that out. Not sure how you're meant to use those things. But yeah, so they're my business card bases. I'm not sure however I'll use that as business card bases, but I thought I'd give it a go at just gel printing on some of them since they're matte paper and see how they came out. I'd rather do that than print stuff onto them. So, yeah, so that was a bit of fun. So that is it for me today. Yeah, as I said, that was good fun experimenting. Want to do a lot more in the future. Try out some different mark making techniques, etc. There's a little moth there. I'll have to save him, won't I? Getting sidetracked. So I hope you're having fun too. Take care of yourselves. Be good, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.